Hi guys, we are here in the kitchen today, and today I am going to show you how to cut up one of our chickens. It's actually something that we get asked quite a bit. We sell whole chickens, we don't cut them up, we don't sell parted out chickens just because it's kind of a lot of work for us and it would be very expensive for you. So we sell whole chickens. And a lot of people don't know what to do with a whole chicken, or they don't need a whole chicken, or whatever the case may be, and would rather just cut it up and freeze just the pieces and take out what they need at each time. So we're going to show you how to cut up one of our chickens today. You're going to need, obviously, a chicken and a knife and a cutting board. And it's a pretty simple process. First, we're going to get our chicken out of the bag. Now, obviously, this is a farm-raised chicken. And when you get a chicken from us, we do something that is called spatchcocking to our chickens, which means that we take the backbone out of the chicken. And the reason we do that is just to make sure that there's nothing, you know, gross and disgusting left inside the chicken, because sometimes that happens even in store-bought chickens. But what it does for you guys is when you get ready to cook this chicken, depending on how you're going to cook it, if you're just going to throw it in the Instapot, it really doesn't make any difference. But if you're going to bake it or roast it or even barbecue it, one of the things that you can do with a spatchcocked chicken that you can't do with a regular chicken is flatten it out. So just flatten it out just like that. This chicken, like this, is actually going to cook probably half an hour to 45 minutes faster than if we left it whole. If we left it, you know, in chicken form. So if you put this on the grill, what I would tell you to do is get it good and flat, and you just heard those bones pop. We just want to pop those bones. They just break. And it's these bones right here, your breastbone. So you would want to season your chicken up and get it all ready for the grill, and get a brick or a rock, something heavy, cover it in tin foil, place it on top of your chicken so that it stays flat. This chicken on the grill is only going to take like maybe 20 minutes to cook all the way through. And then you would just flip it over, put your tin foil rock back on top, and, you know, brown the other sides of it. But to part it out, we actually want to do very much the same thing in making it flat. One of the things that when we make this chicken flat, you can see that it kind of gives us our own cut lines. It basically just says, hey, follow my line. Here's your thighs, here's your breast, here's your wings. I mean, it's like super, super easy. So we're just going to get started. All right. So with your thighs, that's usually what I cut off first. And I come in about 2 of these rib bones in and just go right in between them. There's it's right there. 1, 2, 3. 3 bones in, because there is some rib bone right here on this edge. So we're just going to cut right in between those few bones. Just like that. You can see. Great. And just keep following those lines, guys. We'll cut some skin up here. Kind of follow along. Right there. So what we have here now is a one-legged chicken. So this is your thigh and your leg here. So you could choose at this point to leave them together and do them as a dark meat piece if you're going to refreeze it or cook it, or you can just cut the leg off of the thigh, which is really easy to do. Look for that joint, cut in between the thigh and the leg joint right there. Super, super easy. One leg, one thigh. We're going to do the same on the other side. We're going to come up 3 rib bones in, because that puts us just past this backbone piece right here. And we don't have to cut that. And we are just going to follow that rib bone in, just like so. Come up, this is where your breast is right here. Coming up just like that, following along our leg. I don't know if you can see that. There's our thigh. We've cut our leg away from our breast right there. We're just going to keep following that line, guys. And there is our second thigh and leg section. So same thing here. We are just going to cut those apart. Follow those lines. Okay. Find our joint in here where these two meet. It's kind of a knuckle. You'll actually feel it. It's right here. When you begin to handle very many chickens, you can feel it. And you just learn where it is. But you do have to get in between them. So there's a thigh, there's a leg. So now, move that out of the way. So now we're down to this piece, breast and wings. So we can go ahead and cut our wings off. We're just going to follow just the top of our ribs right here. Follow those lines right down again to the joint. One wing. Cutting in that same location on the other side. Look for that joint. Did you hear it? When it cut loose. Wing number 2. Okay, now we have this like wild piece of meat here. It's really not wild, but this is our breastbone, or our breast. So what we would generally do is finish breaking this. So put it bones facing up. Just give it a good crack. Ah, maybe. Whew, I can't crack it today. So we're gonna do this a different way. Instead of breaking the bone, we'll just take it off the bone. How about that? Boneless breast. So we're just making slices right along the bone, right here. Nope. Just like that. We'll do the same on the other side. Get in between. Look at that fat. Look at a fat chicken. One side is always easier to do than the other for some reason, because you're working at different angles, I guess. But it's the same on the fish. I actually just this week learned how to fillet a fish. I've never filleted a fish in my life. We used to go fishing all the time when I was a kid. I used to go camping and fishing and, you know, all that stuff. But I never filleted a fish ever. That was the boys' job. So Steven actually just taught me how to fillet fish this week because we just canned a bunch. So we'll have that for later this year when there's no fish. So I'm just cutting along the bone, you can see right there. Just keep cutting up, making small slices right along that bone. Now you could actually just cut the bone if you wanted to. If you had like a really good knife, you could flip it over and cut it, since I couldn't break it this time. Or just take the meat off the bone, whatever. Whatever's best for you. Or leave it on and just cook the breast by itself. That's the fun thing about, or the best thing about doing it yourself. You just get the pieces of meat that you want and use them how you need. Okay. Pull our bones apart. And there's our great little wishbone right here. We'll cut him out. Save him for later. So there is actually both of our pieces of breast meat right there. They are now boneless because all of our bones are here. So there's two really nice pieces of chicken breast. You could skin it if you wanted to. So that's easy enough to do. Just pull the skin off. Skin's pretty easy to get off if you need it off. So there's the skin. There's your breast, just like that. This chicken is actually destined for the Instapot here. We are going to be making some chicken popper taquitos this week. So I need to get my chicken cooked and prepped and ready to go in some taquitos, because taquitos are amazing. And that is pretty much how you cut up a chicken. When you buy a store-bought chicken, it actually still has the backbone out. Those are easy to get out. Just get a sturdy bladed knife, and you can cut down the backbone, flatten it out, just like ours was. These pieces, these bones, and even the skin, what we would do here on the farm is I would actually just stick these right back in a Ziploc bag or a freezer bag. I actually have one in the freezer already. That's just bones, and we save these until I have probably 8 or 10 chunks of bone like this, and then we make bone broth with it. It makes the best chicken broth, and we'll can it up and have it for use all year long. But don't throw these bones away. If you don't know how to make bone broth, let us know, and we'll see about making a video for the next time that we do it on the farm here. But anyway, if you've learned something fantastic, please give our video a like and a share, and definitely subscribe. Hit that subscribe button and that little bell button that notifies you the next time that we have a video out. And we hope you guys have a fantastic day, and that the next time you purchase a chicken, you know how to cut it up now. Sometimes when you're purchasing chicken, whole chicken is a little more economical to purchase as opposed to cut up chicken. It takes some time to cut up a chicken, so you actually pay for that when you're purchasing your chicken. So sometimes you can find whole chickens on sale at the grocery store pretty inexpensively, or of course, you know, go visit your farmer and get a farm-raised chicken, and now you know how to cut it up and package them up and do your thing. So peace, like, and love, and chickens, guys, and we'll see you again soon.